Here it is. Like I said, we're doing the Fastlane prediction show. If you see the glowing, that's because I'm going to have the card pulled up on my phone. It's way easier to look at it here and go through it than to write down all these matches. Yeah, why cramp my hand up? Doesn't make any sense to me. So, that being said, Strowman and Shane. I mean, on paper, we all know that Strowman should just run through him, but maybe on that's just one of those something weird's going to happen. We all know something dumb's going to happen. I'm sure they're going to drag it out for or bring in whatever their actual plan is with Braun for Mania. I'm sure that's what they're going to do there. I mean, it's Braun Strowman against Shane McMahon. Shane's playing it off that he's stupid. So we all know they're going to do something. They have to do something. It wouldn't make any lick of sense if they didn't do something. They're not just going to go have, Strowman go out there and run through Shane like he doesn't exist. We all know that. So, not really much to say about that. Now, then we get into Shinsuke and Rollins. Like Nakamura Rollins, that should be a good one. If they give them the amount of time that, they get 20, 30 minutes. I'm sure they won't get that long. But if they gave them that much time, they could tear the house down. They absolutely could tear the house down. And this will lead into whatever they're going to do for Cesaro and Seth at Mania. Apparently, they haven't been doing it for this long for them to not do that. It just doesn't make sense. It'd be a waste of all this time if that's all this build and then it leads to absolutely nothing. So, I think that's potential that could steal the show and be really good. One of the best of the night, just because of who's in the ring. And if they're afforded the appropriate time, that could be phenomenal. So, I don't know how it's going to work, but that could be phenomenal. Really good. No matter what you think about his character and stuff, buckle bombs, Sting, and do all that, but Seth can go. He's really good. Whether you like the character or not. Just like Shin. I think it's a damn shame what they did to him after he got to the main roster. Kind of like Asuka, where they were just useless for a while. Really, no big runs without other people being involved. You had tag title stuff, single stuff, but he never got the big push. He came in like a house on fire with the match that he had with Sammy at TakeOver in Dallas, I believe it was, in their first one. They tore the place down. And then, won the Royal Rumble, lost that match to AJ, and he really hasn't gotten anything since then. Floundering isn't the appropriate word, but has been impressive. So hopefully they get the time to do something. They tell a good story, and they can help keep building towards Cesaro and Rollins in some shape or form for Mania. I really hope they don't turn into some kind of stupid tag team with all that. But those two against Seth, and if they let Murphy back into it, but that could be a great one. Just like Riddle and Mustafa Ali. We all know it could be a great one because Mustafa really is good. And Riddle can do all kinds of stuff. But we know that, Retribution is going to stick their nose in there somehow. So I don't know how it's going to end. But we can all guarantee that there's going to be idiocy and everyone getting involved in that match. It's just pretty much guaranteed. Now, whether they're going to let Riddle hold on to it or give the belt to, Ali, or have Ali win it here and then let Riddle win it in front of people. However they're going to do it, I don't know. But we all know there has to be shenanigans. It wouldn't make sense if there weren't shenanigans. We all know that. Anyone that's watched wrestling knows that. So, it should be a good one. We'll see. But it should be amazing. Because again, both of them can go, but depends on how much stupid they go and throw in there, which we all know is going to happen because T-Bar made there's all of them. They're always involved somehow. So we'll see how that works out. And while I'm wearing the shirt, we all see it. Tonight, prediction. That's finally when he's going to come back after being gone for this long. We will see The Fiend back in Orton, Alexa. We'll see it. He's coming back. If he doesn't come back tonight to build up for Mania, I don't know what the hell they're waiting for. But her having the match with Orton, like it has to be now. When else can they do it if they don't do it now? Like waiting any longer is stupid. That's going to be like it'll be great to see him. It'll be great to see what they change everything to. Because the last time we saw him, was when he was getting, when he was on fire for Orton. Like, and they've been. This has kind of reminded me, to me, of like the whole Kane saga when he first did that. Because it hasn't been as drawn out and as long, obviously, for months and months and months. Where Taker was still, having his feuds with like. There's Britt in there, Sean, like he was, and Sean, he was still doing that stuff. While this whole Kane thing was going on for months and months before Kane finally, like, debuted, but we never saw Kane. Like, he still kept doing other programs while this was still, being played out. Kind of like we haven't seen the Fiend since that night where Randy lit him up. But Alexa's been, they've just been playing it out. He's coming back. I'm bringing him back. Not time yet. Alexa in the corner. Alexa messing with him while he was going through all of his other matches, while he was in the Elimination Chamber. I mean, still now, like, they keep doing it. So it's kind of reminiscent of that, in my opinion. But they've been telling the story for so long. Like, it's going to be really, I think that, again, he'll come back. It's not going to be the, like, match of the year quality stuff here, but Alexa and Orton, if he doesn't come back, I don't know what the hell they're waiting on. I really, like, that's why they did it, so he can make his grand return and go into Mania. So I can't wait to see that happen. That'll be exciting. And another one, like Drew McIntyre and Sheamus, no holds barred match. I mean, if they could do that, like do what they did on Raw, except this time there's no commercial breaks. So like they just go out. Maybe saw them in the match, the first one, beat the hell out of each other. That was just great. That was a fight. That was just amazing. The second one, the weapons I didn't think was as good as the first. It ended with the stairs to the head for both of them and all that, but. I mean, it's going to be on a pay-per-view, yeah, and all that, like the other sponsors, but there's no commercials, like those two. For what they put on, like those two matches, I mean, the first one, again, in my opinion, better on Raw that night, started out, but that one right there could be the one that we're all talking about, more than a lot of them, for me. We all know Sheamus can go. We all know what Drew can do. I mean, Sheamus has been around for forever. He's been in a lot of brutal matches, lots of brutality through his career. I mean, like, I think he came up originally when they did the WWCW. So I think it could be great if they just give him the time, let it go, and they put some great. If they give him 20, 30 minutes, again, I keep saying that time frame, but they could put together a great, great story in 20 minutes. And they went for forever, like 20 minutes, I think, in the first one without the weapon. So if they can get that without him, and if they could drag it, like, tell the story for that long. Like, I think that'll be stealing it. Possible. Like, that'll be a great one. Phenomenal. And Big E and Apollo, I mean, for the Intercontinental title, I don't know. Still Apollo's whole new thing, and the accent and all that, like, it's terrible. I just trying to get Big E to be all angry and crazy, and like, you did this, like, it's a good character change, but then again, it's against Apollo, like, suddenly has the accent, and it's, I don't like it. I don't know. I think Big E's going to hold on to it, unless, again, they give it to, like, Apollo somehow for the big match at Mania to get the big pop, and Big E gets the victory, gets the title back. I don't know, but I think Apollo's just too young in this character to, get it and all. I think he can build it and, like, go on to something with it, but that's just that damn accent, like suddenly all that, like, he could do it great. He could have done it all without, like, suddenly having the accent, to me. Like, it's the same thing. Same, I came from royalty, I came from all that without just a really bad accent. But it is what it is. But hopefully Big E wins. If he doesn't, that means they're setting it up for, if Apollo wins, for Big E to have his big moment at Mania and get the title back. I mean, but putting all this on Big E, I just don't see what the point. His big run as a singles guy, I don't see what the point is of having him lose, unless he was to get it right back. Like, it's doing good, but they're trying to build it. So we'll see how it works out. Women's tag titles. I mean, they've been playing at Shayna and Nia finally, being done, splitting up, which would put them in a match against one another somewhere down the line. And Sasha and Bianca, but they've been having them play it off. Yeah, so I think they'll hold on. That Shayna and Nia will hold on. Unless Reginald gets involved, it does something stupid and costs them, and then Nia just goes off. And Shayna goes, like, I don't know, one of them does, like, it's just. I'm not as excited for that one. I mean, like, Sasha, I mean, Bianca's the most exciting one in there. She's finally getting her thing. I just don't see the point in it. I don't like it. No matter, I mean, because every title like they want to defend it at Mania, especially if it's 2 nights. So it would not make sense for Sasha and Bianca to get it, to win it, if they're gonna go on and compete against each other in a singles match at Mania. Like there's no point in it. So I'm going to Shayna and Nia are gonna retain. So they can go and have their big thing at Mania, because they always have some big like 4-way or just anything at Mania. So I think they're going to hold on. I'm not, again, looking forward the most to this match, but they could prove me wrong. I hope they do. It's just, I don't know, I've never been a fan of Nia. That could be the problem. I think she's clumsy and, clubs people a little too viciously at times. And injures people, which you don't want in this business. It's not healthy. It's not good for business or anyone. So, but Shayna and I, they're going to hold on to it just because it just wouldn't make sense for Mania otherwise. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I think that makes sense. And then that brings us up to the Universal title match between Reigns and Daniel Bryan, with Edge outside as a special guest enforcer. I got nothing. I think Jay's going to try to find a way to get involved and cause something stupid. But if this really is Daniel's last run, I mean, no matter what the outcome, I mean, I don't think he's going to win this one. Don't get me wrong. But they're going to find a way, I think, to have all of them involved in Mania. They're going to have Jay get involved, or Edge is going to do something to cost Daniel. I mean, it's something, or he costs Roman. Like, they're going to find a way, I think, to have all 3 of them in there, especially, as he's talking about. I mean, he could be coming up near the end. All kinds of rumors going on about him. So, if that is the case, it makes sense to have him in that match. An important thing, to go into what could be the end of one hell of a second run. I mean, it has been this, like, spectacular here late. When he first came back doing the Planet Champion, I mean, it was still Daniel Bryan. He was getting, like, booed out of the building, but he did it so well. He plays the crazy environmentalist nut job so well. It's good to see him back now. It's good to see him, cutting all these promos and, being out for himself and all that. So hopefully, it leads to really good things. I think he's going to be in the main event somehow. Some way they're going to make it so, like, the 3 of them are all doing it. It just doesn't make sense in my head for him to do it any other way. But we shall see. With that being said, appreciate y'all. Don't forget I'm on Spotify as well, and YouTube and Rumble, so you can follow all that stuff, all the pages. Helps me out, helps you out, helps more people get involved. I appreciate it. Let me know what you think. Enjoy the pay-per-view tonight. Again, let me know what you think. And then tomorrow we get to talk about what happened. So, till tomorrow. Peace.